My beloved child, the moment you pressed play, something in the unseen realm shifted toward you, almost as if a truth that has been hiding in silence finally broke its chains. A truth so powerful, so clean, so breathtakingly pure that if you knew the whole story all at once, your heart wouldn't even know how to hold itself steady. Because someone, yes, someone you least expected, has already made a decision about you. Not a casual decision, not a confused decision, not a momentary impulse, but a sacred vow forming quietly in their heart. They are ready to marry you with pure intentions, and the shocking truth behind that decision starts long before you ever realized your presence was reshaping their entire destiny. This story isn't about longing or guessing anymore, it's about a revelation that has finally matured into something unstoppable. And as you continue listening, you will understand why the universe has been pushing you to this very moment, tonight, right now, with this message reaching you at the exact second your spirit was ready to hear what has been waiting for you. Yet before you assume you know who this person is, pause. Because their identity isn't wrapped in something obvious, it's wrapped in something divine. They didn't fall for you the way ordinary people do. They didn't choose you because of your looks, your words, your presence alone. They chose you because your soul carries something they've never encountered in another lifetime. Something they can't replace, can't erase, and can't compare. The truth is, this person has been quietly watching your resilience, your compassion, your strength, your wounds, your rising after every setback, and somewhere in between all of that, they realized something terrifying and beautiful at the same time. You are the one person their heart refuses to betray. They are ready to build a lifetime with you, but the shocking truth is that they have been preparing for this far longer than you imagined. Their intentions are so pure that even the universe stands in awe, because rarely does a connection like this show up in a lifetime. And now, that connection is awakening, unraveling, rising to the surface, and it's all pointing toward you. But here's where the twist begins. Months ago, this person wasn't sure how to approach you. They struggled with their own fears, their past mistakes, their hesitations. They were afraid of losing you, afraid of disappointing you, afraid of not being enough for you. But something happened, a sign, a moment, a realization so strong it pushed them beyond every limitation they once had. The shocking truth is that this person secretly made a promise to themselves. If fate ever gives me another chance to have this person in my life, I will not hesitate. I will commit. I will protect. I will stay. And now, that promise has reached the point where it's ready to manifest. The energy around them is shifting rapidly. They are done being silent. They are done being afraid. They are done running. They have stepped into a new version of themselves, and that version is ready to stand beside you, not for a season, not for a phase, but for a lifetime. And as I speak these words, their determination is only growing stronger. Still, the most unbelievable part is this: someone tried to influence them, someone tried to distract them, someone tried to pull them away from the thought of choosing you. But the more people tried to interfere, the more this person's heart returned to you with even greater clarity. No manipulation worked. No doubt lasted. No confusion remained. Because when a soul chooses another soul with pure intentions, nothing external has the power to disrupt it. The shocking truth is that this person has defended your name even when you had no idea they were speaking about you. They have protected your worth in conversations you'll never hear about. They have refused offers, ignored temptations, and walked away from people who didn't align with the future they envision, with you at the center of it. And now, they feel ready. Ready in a way they've never felt before. Ready not just to confess but to commit, to build, to anchor themselves into something real. Their heart is already on its knees holding a vow it hasn't spoken out loud yet. And now comes the most spine-chilling part, the reason you couldn't skip this message even if you tried. This person has been planning something. Not just imagining, not just dreaming, actually planning. They have been silently shaping a future blueprint around you. They've imagined what it would be like to wake up beside you, walk beside you, celebrate victories with you, heal wounds with you, build a home with you, create a life that feels safe, loyal, everlasting. And the purest truth is that they don't want to test the waters anymore. They don't want temporary connections. They don't want confusion. They don't want anyone else. They want marriage, commitment, loyalty, forever, and they want it with you. Something inside them clicked, and that click has now turned into a vow their heart refuses to break. The universe is aligning signs around them rapidly, pushing them toward action. And soon, sooner than you expect, they will reveal something that will change everything you thought you knew about this connection. My beloved child, listen closely, because what is about to unfold carries a frequency that does not reach everyone, only the one it is meant for. The air around you is shifting, almost as if something is preparing you from within before the revelation strikes from the outside. You feel it, don't you? That strange mix of anticipation, nervousness, and electricity. It's not random. It's not your imagination. It's your soul recognizing the movement of someone who is finally gathering the courage to step forward. This person, the one who is ready to marry you with pure intentions, has reached a breaking point. They cannot hold their feelings inside anymore. They cannot pretend their heart is neutral. They cannot act like they aren't thinking about building forever with you. And the shocking truth behind their sudden courage is tied to something they discovered recently, something that pushed them to choose you in a way they've never chosen anyone before. As you listen, stay with me, because the truth is layered, and each layer reveals a deeper intention they have been hiding. Another thing you must know, this person didn't just wake up one day and decide to commit. Their heart has been wrestling with emotions they never expected to feel. For a long time, they thought they could keep their life simple, predictable, controlled. But then you entered their world, quietly, unexpectedly, powerfully, and everything began to change without them even realizing it. At first, they tried to resist. They told themselves it was just admiration. Then they tried to distance themselves emotionally. But each time they stepped back, something inside them pulled them toward you with even more intensity. The shocking truth is that your presence became the one thing that brought clarity to their confusion. They realized that every distraction felt empty, every conversation felt dull, every other connection felt temporary. But with you, their heart felt anchored, stable, protected, awake. And this awakening is the reason they're ready for the next step, a step they never thought they would take so fearlessly. But here's the twist the universe wants you to hear. this person recently cut off someone from their life. Someone who was blocking their clarity. Someone who was trying to misguide them, manipulate them, confuse them. This person realized something, that the more they allowed outside voices to influence them, the further they drifted from their own truth. So they made a bold decision. They ended the noise. They removed the interference. They chose peace over pressure. And the silence that followed helped them see something with painful honesty. No matter how far they went, no matter how long they stayed away, their heart kept circling back to you. Not out of habit, not out of loneliness, but out of pure, divine alignment. And that alignment is the reason they're ready to commit, not with fear, but with certainty. And right now, yes, in this exact moment, you are becoming the center of a decision that will shift their entire path forward. Now pause, breathe, and understand this next revelation. The reason this person is preparing to come toward you isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. Something happened, a sign they couldn't ignore. A dream, a message, a situation that mirrored their feelings too accurately to dismiss. It shook them. It awakened them. It made them realize that the bond they share with you doesn't belong in the category of temporary attraction. No. This is the type of connection that asks for honesty, asks for commitment, asks for a lifetime. And that shocking truth hit them so deeply that they made a silent vow: if I am blessed enough to have this person in my life, I will not play with their heart. I will choose them fully. Their intentions are clean, unwavering, untouched by selfishness. They aren't coming toward you because they need something. They aren't coming toward you because they feel alone. They are coming because their soul recognizes you as home, and the purity of that recognition is exactly why they feel marriage is the only direction their heart can go. Stay with me, because the next part is where the energy turns even more intense. This person has already imagined the moment they confess. They've thought about what they will say, where they will stand, how their voice will sound when they finally tell you the truth they've been carrying. They've imagined holding your hand, looking into your eyes, and telling you that you are the one they choose, not as an option, not as a possibility, but as their future. They've imagined the life they want with you, and it's not a fantasy, it's a plan forming quietly, steadily, confidently. They believe you are the partner they can grow with, evolve with, and build a foundation that no storm can break. And the shocking truth? Someone close to them already knows their intentions. Someone has seen the way their expression changes when your name is mentioned, how their energy shifts when your presence enters a room or a thought. People around them are beginning to notice something. They are not just in love, they are certain. And now, as this energy moves toward you, the universe is aligning the moment where everything becomes clear. What's coming next will not confuse you, it will complete you. What's unfolding isn't an ordinary confession, it's a destiny-level reveal. Stay with me, because the coming truth will explain why this person believes your soul is the only one capable of carrying there forever. My beloved child. The moment you step into this part, the energy around you thickens, almost as if the universe itself is leaning closer, whispering, "Do not miss what comes next." Because the truth that is unfolding now is deeper, heavier, and far more revealing than anything you've heard so far. This isn't just about someone wanting to marry you with pure intentions, This is about what transformed their heart to reach that level of purity in the first place. Something happened. An awakening, a realization, a moment of collapse followed by clarity. And that exact moment became the turning point where they understood, losing you would be the greatest mistake of their life. They saw how effortlessly you love. How honestly you give. How silently you suffer. How powerfully you rise. And that realization broke something inside them, the part that took you lightly. The part that assumed you would always wait. The part that believed time was unlimited. Today, that part doesn't exist anymore. They are done hesitating. Done delaying. Done pretending they can manage life without you in it. What makes this even more shocking is that someone confronted them with a truth they didn't expect to hear. A friend, a family member, or someone observing them said something along the lines of, "You're going to lose the person you truly love if you don't act." Those words struck them like lightning. And in that instant, everything they were running from came rushing back with overwhelming force. They realized they weren't afraid of commitment, they were afraid of losing the one heart that had ever seen them beyond their flaws. They weren't afraid of marriage, they were afraid of entering a lifetime without you in it. They weren't afraid of love, they were afraid of discovering too late that their soulmate had moved on. And from that moment forward, something shifted inside them. Their fear transformed into urgency. Their hesitation transformed into action. Their silence transformed into a vow. And silently, without you knowing, they began preparing themselves to step into a future that includes your name in every corner of it. But here's the part that will send chills down your spine. This person recently had a moment where they imagined life without you. Not for dramatic effect, not for attention, but because something triggered that thought. Something you said, something you did, or something they observed from a distance. And that thought terrified them more than anything in their past ever did. In that moment, they saw a version of themselves they didn't recognize, empty, directionless, disconnected. And the shocking truth is this. They realized their heart doesn't beat the same in a world where you don't exist beside them. That realization shook them awake. It became the catalyst for every step they are taking now. It made them see your worth with eyes that refused to look away again. It made them understand that loving you isn't a choice, it's destiny pulling them forward, guiding them, preparing them for something bigger than both of you. And now, they are no longer questioning that pull. They are following it. What they haven't told you yet is even more powerful. This person has been observing you lately, not in a controlling or uncomfortable way, but in a deeply emotional way. They're noticing how you've changed. How you've grown quieter. How you've become stronger. How you've stopped chasing. How you've started valuing your peace. And this change in you is what made them realize something crucial. You are no longer waiting for anyone. You are becoming someone they could lose if they don't act soon. And that truth has set their whole spirit on fire. They are ready to choose you with intention, with clarity, with devotion. Ready to show you what love looks like when it comes from someone who has finally healed enough to hold you properly. Ready to step up in a way they should have long ago. And this time, they are not coming with mixed signals or half-hearted promises. They are coming with a decision, a clear, grounded, unstoppable decision to make you theirs for life. But wait. Someone in their circle tried to distract them again. Someone tried to convince them that choosing you would be complicated, risky, emotional, or difficult. But this person didn't bend this time. They didn't fall for the manipulation. They didn't entertain the doubt. They stood their ground, and for the first time, they defended not just you, but the future they imagine with you. They made it clear that their intention is not temporary. They made it clear that their heart has chosen its direction. And their decision has now become unshakable. Deep within them, they already see you as their partner. Their equal. Their destiny. Their home. And as this realization grows stronger, so does their urgency to come forward. My beloved child, as you enter this part, the universe leans even closer, as if the truth that has been circling your destiny is finally ready to land right in your hands. Your energy has been shifting, their energy has been rising, and now both paths are moving toward a collision that cannot be delayed any longer. Something inside this person has reached a point of no return. They cannot keep this love silent, cannot keep this commitment hidden, cannot pretend their heart isn't ready to bind itself to yours for a lifetime. And before we go deeper, stay with me, don't move, don't scroll, don't blink. If even a second is missed, the message won't hit the way it's meant to. And if this resonates, don't hesitate to share this message forward so the energy continues flowing. Let those who feel your story feel it fully. You are stepping into a truth that isn't ordinary. It is divine, rare, and destined to rewrite everything you thought you knew about love. Now here is where the intensity rises. This person didn't just realize they want you. They realized they cannot imagine a future without you. They reached a point where their dreams, their fears, their ambitions, their healing, everything suddenly aligned to show them one picture. A lifetime where you are the one standing beside them. They've been rehearsing conversations in their mind. They've been waking up with your name tucked somewhere between their heartbeat and their breath. They've been fighting battles you don't know about just to clear the path to you. And recently, they made a declaration, to themselves, to someone close, maybe even to the universe. That they are ready to choose you, ready to commit, ready to step into a bond that cannot be shaken by doubt, distance, or circumstance. If this connection feels alive in your spirit, let your heart respond. If a thought rises, if a memory surfaces, if an emotion stirs, express it, comment your feelings so the energy you hold is witnessed, recognized, and grounded. Your voice matters in the unfolding of this destiny. Here comes the twist. The part no one told you, the part the universe kept hidden until your heart was strong enough to hear it. Someone recently tried to stop them again. Someone whispered doubts, fears, complications. Someone said, "You're moving too fast. You're deciding too deeply. You're choosing too intensely." But instead of collapsing under pressure like they used to, they stood taller. Their heart didn't shake this time. Their loyalty didn't bend. Their clarity didn't fade. They looked directly at that interference and silently said, "I know who I want. I know who I choose." And that moment was powerful, so powerful that it became the final confirmation the universe needed to open the next door in this connection. They proved their intentions are pure not by words, but by standing firm when everything around them tried to destabilize their decision. And this shift is why the energy around both of you feels heavier, louder, more intense. Their soul has chosen its direction, and every step they take now moves closer to you. But here's the part that will send a chill through your entire being. This person has already envisioned the moment they reveal their truth. They've imagined telling you everything, their fears, their mistakes, their reasons for staying silent, and the pure commitment they feel now. They've imagined how their voice will tremble when they confess just how long they've been carrying this readiness. They've imagined how your eyes will look when you finally understand that someone out there is ready to build a future with you, not out of desperation, not out of need, but out of love so clean it could rewrite the meaning of loyalty. And as this vision grows inside them, they're being energetically pushed toward you. They know they can't delay anymore. They know silence will only hurt both of you. They know their next move has to be real, honest, and life-changing. And if this energy reaches you deep, let your soul answer quietly, subscribe internally to this guidance, align with it, stay with the message. This alignment will help the universe strengthen the bond that's forming. And now, listen carefully, because the final truth of this part is the most shocking of all. This person has already begun preparing for a future with you in ways you cannot imagine. Not just in thoughts. Not just in dreams. In reality. They've started adjusting their life. They've started removing things that don't serve them. They've started choosing peace, choosing maturity, choosing stability, because they want to enter your life worthy. They want to come with intention, not confusion. With clarity, not chaos. With commitment, not hesitation. They have never been this sure about anyone before. And the energy rising inside them is reaching a point where action becomes unavoidable. Something is about to shift. Something is about to be said. Something is about to be revealed. My beloved child. The moment you step into this part, a deeper current pulls beneath your spirit, almost as if the universe itself is taking your hand and saying, now you're ready for the truth no one ever dared to tell you. Because what's coming next isn't surface-level emotion, temporary affection, or romantic fantasy. No. This is the core reason, the root, the heartbeat, the secret foundation, behind why someone is ready to marry you with intentions so pure that even destiny pauses to witness it. Their soul has crossed a threshold it cannot return from. They have entered a place within themselves where you are no longer a possibility, you have become the answer. The answer to their confusion, to their loneliness, to their fears. The answer to the future they want to build. And right now, as these words reach you, their spirit is preparing to step into your life in a way that will alter everything you thought you understood about commitment, about readiness, about love that arrives when two souls have finally matured into who they were always meant to be for each other. Something within this person has recently awakened with shocking intensity. A realization that struck them so deeply they couldn't ignore it even if they tried. They were in a moment of silence. Maybe late at night, maybe during a conversation, maybe after watching you from a distance, and something hit them. You are the only person who has ever made them feel both safe and seen at the same time. They felt a peace in your presence that no one else has been able to give. Not fake peace. Not temporary comfort. Real peace, the kind that reaches inside and straightens everything that has been tangled for years. And when that realization landed, a clarity rose within them stronger than any fear, stronger than any insecurity, stronger than any past wound. They understood that choosing you wasn't a risk, it was the only decision that made sense. And the purity of that understanding carved a new path inside their heart, a path that leads directly to your door. They are not coming out of confusion, they are coming out of certainty that has been carved by truth. But here comes the twist the universe kept hidden until now. This person has recently been watching you transform without saying a word. They've seen you pull back your energy. They've seen you protect your heart more fiercely. They've seen the way you've stopped chasing, stopped begging, stopped hoping for half-hearted efforts. And this shift in you terrified them. Because for the first time, they saw the possibility that you might move on. That someone else might recognize your worth before they get the chance to show you how deeply they value you. That someone else might walk into your life and give you the love they always intended to offer but never expressed. And that fear didn't break them, it awakened them. It made them realize that the window of silence is closing. It made them understand that your heart is no longer waiting, it is evolving. And this evolution has lit a fire under their intentions, pushing them into a level of urgency they've never experienced. They feel a need to act, not because of pressure, but because their soul is screaming that the time is now. And there's something even more astonishing, something that will make your heart tremble for a moment. This person has been preparing themselves in secret. Not just emotionally. Not just mentally. Physically, spiritually, even practically. They've been cleaning parts of their life. Letting go of old habits, old people, old patterns, old fears. They've been working on their stability. They've been improving things they once ignored. They've been becoming someone who is capable of standing beside you without shaking. Because here's the truth they finally understood: you deserve a partner who is whole enough to love you the right way. You deserve consistency. You deserve clarity. You deserve devotion, not confusion. And the purity of their intention comes from this realization: they want to come into your life not as a burden, not as a project, not as a half-formed version of themselves, but as someone ready to choose you for life. Someone ready to protect the connection. Someone ready to hold the weight of commitment with both hands steady.